Hello all. One sec. Where am I? Hello? Where am I? There I am! Hello! I was lost, but now I am here. So, winner winner, that is me. I am in possession of the chicken dinner. Ooh, and haha. Alright. Back into discoing at the Elysium. Oh, perfect. This is where I wanted to be too. I wasn't sure if I did this last time. Walk like that? Thought this was just a point-and-click adventure. Oh.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there?
Hold out.
I
haven't done anything yet.
What about?
Questions about the
Okay,
curse.
but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't. It's not
Why
good to
didn't you tell
talk
me
about
right
the
away?
curse, not in detail. The
It's so true.
negativism. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Oh.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
So true.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
Cool. I just want to check out what this is over here real quick. Old sports magazine, tucked away in a dark corner. Well, I guess we'll go this way. I mean, all it's gonna tell me is that there's more books, so. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. And a vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
A heavy door with a missing
Dream.
handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Break down the door, unlock the door with a key. I love that the option's still there. Hello?
Only an echo. No one is there.
Alright, well.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Hey, Kim!
Detective, you're the one in charge.
Fine. Yeah, I thought he'd be cool about it. A Jim! Oh, hello. What do you want to talk about? The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure! It's like a gym.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Ooh, draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his
I
foot.
doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Ooh. What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here.
Yes, because it's closed.
Oh, yeah, so
no
true.
need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Sure enough. Just want to have some fun. Alrighty, ready. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Ooh. The poster says Fortis. The rest is worn off. Ooh, hello. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. I can lift this? Wait, there's a button I can do to, like, highlight everything. Okay.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Well, the physical instrument.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Also true.
Why does it feel so familiar?
This is familiar because I'm a weightlifter. Legendary 14. Look, Kim, it's a trap.
You're right. The weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Fair enough. I'm not going to hurt myself as much as I want to do it. Ooh, a ball. Shot put. Oh, I can sell that for 13. That's actually pretty good. Hello, Dark Eerie Corridor. Always blocked by old window panes and debris, but I want to go through it. Ugh. Wonder what left that debris. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. What just went off on my phone? Ah, got it. Wild animals stare at you. Dark, stuffed, and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs remind you of blades. What is that? A trapdoor? I want to go in there. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Drawers. Money! Don't even need to sell it. Blue velvet, soft to the touch. Moth bitten. More drawers, I see. Yes, more money. I love money. Skis with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Is this where the radio's yelling at me from? Steel rotor blades, tripslim logo. Production schedule, filament memory. Oh. Curious. This Emma's atelier. Ugh, that just makes me want to play the Atelier games. Atelier.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. We had one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Well, I bet I can figure it out.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
There's like a murder case I should be solving here. Yeah. Look inside the compartment.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Okay.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest?
Yes.
Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
What are Inland Empire? I'm so sorry. What do you control? Hobocop.
static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Fair enough. Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
Here, flip through the catalog. Where should we read out?
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Wow. Conceptual.
Any other questions?
Oh, just ignoring that one? Okay, cool.
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Fair enough.
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes, it is.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh,
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. You
oh.
should ask her for a hint.
Really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? It's my birthday. This is the police.
No.
Oh, okay, fair
A
enough.
hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Good to know.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't
Aw.
worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I thank
No,
you?
that's all
Tiles
for
of
now.
The cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. For nothing happens.
Oh. Okay. We got this big board
Your
over here.
flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
I mean,
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
well, let's do doodles
These
first.
lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Curious.
Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Be quiet,
One
drama.
of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the Welkin.
It's Vara Hamira, a high
Whoa.
welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Yeah,
The
this
Haldor,
checks out.
the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
I know, this guy's pretty cool. I mean, he's clearly, like, racist, but he looks really cool. Like, good art. I mean, I don't want to ask that question. That makes mockery of game design. Who are these creatures who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
I know!
Just look at those details. So much effort.
I know, right, Kim?
And for what? all gone.
Oh,
The
let's look at
photo
the photos.
collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
And I did not clean up my interface today. So sorry about those green little dots up there. All right, should be good to go now. Okay. Schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain.
Oh, damn.
Minimi stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Projection filaments. What?
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Okay, if I actually look at the
Tiles on
filament?
the cube are still smoldering. The filament slides out of its...
Items, filament, structure, silver tape, reads projection filament. Note this filament contains information that can only be read using a radio computer. Okay, so nothing for me.
Tiles on the cube are still like a smooth draw. The speaker comes...
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now,
Fair.
can you please proceed?
Don't worry.
Fortress accident.
Are you a machine? Turn off.
Tiles on the
Yes.
cube are still smoldering. The
Remove.
filament slides...
Leave. Dang it! I thought I would have something there. Oh well. Forgot about
This
this.
old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
They keep saying words that I don't know what that mean. What is a Kadran? Hold on. Yeah, you know what?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
Okay, sure.
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
It's a lot of words. It's mostly words.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Thank you, Frequency Fireplace. So we're dealing with something medical here. Wait. No. An elaborate piece of art. The anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Ooh. Ooh. I like that. If it's a game, who's playing?
Someone very important.
Fair enough.
The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Fair
All
enough.
of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
Oh, maybe it's bigger than
Like
just
that.
here.
It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Ouch. That is definitely what happened,
The
Kim.
schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Oh.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Can I use the fireplace? Okay, what's over here then? Actually, wait, Kim.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Undercover counterintelligence program. Someone tries to exorcise the curse. Failed business.
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Which is a curious idea.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
My phone do be blowing up. Anybody done this before? This was a role-playing game.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We World board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
I agree. New task. Finish it.
Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I
Fair
don't
enough.
think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Just 1 second. Just pardon me. Just 1 second. Gonna Google a word. Interisolary. So I'm assuming interconnected whilst isolated. No. Oh, travel between different isolas. Okay. Okay, and this is their form of intercontinental, because in the game Disco Elysium, there's yes. Okay, so that's the word for continent. Curious. Okay. Let me pop that back up. Back to the game. I don't like that he's holding it like this. Stop. Why do you...
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
Lieutenant tilts his head, thinking. They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of investors' pockets. No, this is too much work for that. Curse got to them. The world is cold and lonely. Do we have any money? Let's give them more and more money.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Oh, a half smile breaks out on his face. Looking around the derelict room, the pipes howl and rat crosses the floor. I want to
Okay,
finish it.
let's keep moving.
Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Ooh, what's this? Money and magnesium. Okay. We have Bear Fridge. Oh, let's check out Bear Fridge, I suppose.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Taxidermy fridge? Ew.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, it's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
Relaxes his hand, his face bathed in a harsh light of an open
Let's
fridge
take a
door.
look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol
Revachol.
Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note
You
from the
pocket
door.
the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Right. Oh, dang it, I can't inspect yet. Examine the ice cream
A
wrappers.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Curious. I crank the volume on this a little bit more. I feel like it'll be better. Is this giant ice bear shaped fridge doing it in an abandoned cellar?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Fair enough.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Oof. Okay, so I should have a note. Yes, the handwritten note. Handwritten note you found from the ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks of fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that are used to secure it. Okay, but what's it say? Use interact button in the inventory. Oh.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your
This
shoulder.
is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
I remember them.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do
Filament
it myself
memory.
if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
What? Find the filament memory with the frozen ice cream maker. Why does it need to be frozen?
It belongs inside a radio computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Fair enough. Who wrote
Looks
the
like
note?
someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Must have had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
And-
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Yeah, it's Kuno.
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a lot of drugs. Alright, well, let's try and find that then. What are you?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
I mean, sure. Kim, what's this thing? Is it a furnace? Look inside the furnace. Mirror your hands with coal.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks
No
inside.
one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Rip.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near.
What are you doing?
Lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating. I hear murder. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Yell, hello? Those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity. Mason says it lives in a chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
I don't think yelling is going to help me very much.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
This is the police! I summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit!
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Safety curtain on the second floor. Safety curtain on the second floor. I need to remember. Second floor, safety curtain.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Okay. Well. Kick it. Why? Why? Why did that hurt? Oh, I'm on critical health. What? How? Do I die from
There's
this?
something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
Am I dying? That's awful. So I'm guessing this is bad. I'm sure it's just heartburn. Oh God, help someone.
Very, very bad. This is the end bad.
Right.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like
This-
you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
This is what kills me?
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I stubbed my toe and it triggered a heart attack? New game? Oh, I should be able to... Oh my God, I haven't saved since the start of the day. Well... What the hell? That's awesome.
A heavy door with a missing hand
Hi,
stands
Ivysaur.
before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminoese trinkets and charms.
Oh my god.
It appears to be locked.
Sorry, I just stubbed my toe and died. That's awesome. I love that. We'll unlock the door.
Exerting some force,
Let's just go in. Kim doesn't care. I want this ball. All right.
What is this place? No, it's a gym. So it looks like no one's been here in ages.
F5 is quick save hotkey. Thank you so much. That is going to be helpful.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag.
Brain slug plus bibble thump.
an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Oh my god. Is there a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's keep going.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I could not care less. What? You want to talk more?
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Fair point. Yeah,
Some
so true.
areas are
Are inexplorable without the flashlight. Well. Tool, flashlight, right hand. Let's a go. I know that's not gonna help me. Through here. Couple of broken things. Money. Take all. I do want that. All right. It was kind of a dead end to explore that dialogue tree earlier, so I'm just gonna not do that again. And return here when, like, I can. I have
You
more
see,
info.
The glare looks oddly realistic. A
Crack
gust
open
of
the
lieutenant
door.
take my
Relax.
voice.
It's a
Let's take a look
fridge.
inside.
The shelves are empty. All you pocket the note.
Take the note. Leave.
A thick layer of looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face.
Don't kick
of
it.
Agony.
Under no circumstances kick it. What's this thing? Look inside. Smear your hands with coal.
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate.
Please.
Muster all your strength and yell.
Kick.
You're dehydrated, hungover throat. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Fine. Kick it with your foot. Smear your hands with charcoal. Kim, is this a furnace? It is a furnace. Okay. Whew. I can't believe that guy. I stubbed my toe. Game over. Alright, what's this? Ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. Oh. Oh, that must be why it's still, like, plugged in. Because they're storing something in there for some reason. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Nice. 2 rusty rifles hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look around, secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Cache. Look at the hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Hey, Kim,
Are
rifles!
these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Yeah.
He likes this find.
Kim, you crazy son of a gun. Someone has stuck busted guns underneath the ceiling. Oh my god. There's so many guns in here. Okay. A shelf. Take all. And you know what? From now on, just like a person afraid of losing all their progress in Photoshop. Just save, save, save.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice beer fridge, and the black one to some kind of a buzzing fridge-like thing nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like the red one. Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Cool. Ice cream maker's been turned off and is slowly melting. Well, don't I want to get inside of an ice cream maker? Do I need to read the note first?
The note is written.
Does it say anything?
This is tangential. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP.
There it is. Okay.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
I feel like I don't want to turn the crank.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand.
Equip the pry bar.
Okay, jeez. Oh, yes, that's right, real quick. Inland Empire, Gutches and Huntfield. Okay, cool. Rifle, tools, pry bar.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it
You
slowly
screwing with me?
melting.
Or grip with gloves, pry bar, not strong enough. Alright.
This orange machine is dead Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Huh?
It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
What? Oh, my childhood dreams are over. Got it. In the distance, you hear water dripping. What?
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane.
Good question, I know. At least it's...
The fridge sits...
I want to try yelling again if it'll let me.
A thick layer of coal dust covers
No.
the furnace.
Boo. Alright. Well, supposedly there's a second floor somewhere around here, so I guess I'll go there. Maybe if I leave it be for a minute, it'll unfreeze. Would make sense. Ooh, another drawer. Money? Ooh, an insane mesh tank top. Why not? Intercom wires running to the breaker box, and this leads outdoors. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess. Is there like a... How would I get to the second floor from up here?
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Boy turns to you. He doesn't care. Yeah, so true. What do you know about the body? What do you know about the Kime screen? Who is Kuno?
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
So true. God, he's on so many drugs. Can't take the body down. I vomited over there, which is really embarrassing. Oh. Hello, small one.
Hello again, sir.
Should you at school? What is this crime business? What is romance? Who are famous people? I don't care. Second floor. As far as I can tell, this is the only...
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Store keep anything you've known on this bookshelf. Look through the display of books. Leave. Yeah. Mainly just lost. Okay, if I talk to you now, do I get anything?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes?
Tell her how ghastly it was.
Channel House of a failed business that provides the life energy of the bookstore. Honestly, a dump.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
I just want to scream upstairs. Oh! I now have 2 charges of health. So I could kick the thing, and it wouldn't kill me, maybe. Ha ha ha. I feel like I don't like waiting.
This orange machine is dead still. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
great.
that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious...
Alright, fine. Ugh, I really don't want the ice cream and the bear thing to go bad. I'm gonna describe like a nauseous smell.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses. You don't look like other people around here. Tell me a secret about yourself. Ever talk to yourself? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever like conversation with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Cool.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
Is it not? Not respectfully. So how do you know, think? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
Hey,
the
so
lieutenant
true.
produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
I like the way you're thinking out conceptualization. Glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Why do you want me to bully him?
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
What?
No.
Fair. Yeah. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for help, accept your thraldom.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Good.
Well, that's all.
Let's change the subject.
Nothing. Arm was man. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. I don't want to talk to them. I feel like I'm gonna mess something up. If I haven't already. Coin operated viewer. There's a second floor somewhere around here. I want to go to... What is this? Hello?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue.
Oh,
It's
that was
just a
such
wall.
a high roll. Ah. Take 2 cents and magnesium. Yeah, Gudo, fuck them up. Oh, I'm on the other side of here.
Are
Boo.
you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Kunoese. Kunoesi?
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pigs come to take me out, trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
She hisses. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, that ended the conversation. That's fun. Garden hose won't be of use until the snow melts. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Orange bum hat. Why would my reaction speed go up? Door's closed, but it looks at you suspiciously. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Okay. Do not know what to do with any of this information. Can I walk this way? Perhaps talk this way? Balcony with a view of the yard and the hanging. Oh! That could be helpful.
Trying to sneak up on me again. Trying to...
Fine. I, once again, am so incredibly lost. Ooh, okay, so anchor there. Guess we're walking. There's so much magnesium around. Belly of the boat shines like it was recently painted. Block reserved for residents of Rue de Saint Ghislain. Okay, so dock. Shadows on the water, green plants under the calm surface. Ooh, who are you? You look kind of cool.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets.
And sociable?
A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
Extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L. What does the L stand for? RCM. What is that? Still a little foggy. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Okay. RCM is Revachol, like, police department, I guess. Board of Wild Pines.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Oh, thanks, Kim.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
Maybe not so thanks, Kim.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Oh, got it. Ugh, you're not as cool as I thought. I thought you were like an adventuring lady. You're just a board member.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You are on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Ah, shoot. You're so right.
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
That bald bastard. Still, I haven't seen anyone else around.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
How do you know exactly what I'm
Actually,
driving?
That motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
What? Stop thinking. Take her down.
It'll come off like I'm envious, and I'm not. Why did I? I'm even thinking about this. I have police work to do. Actually, yes, nail her.
Have it your way.
Yes, I have no interest in upsetting this lady. Do you have a license for this boat? I think I'll have a handle on the boat thing. Tell me about Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
Okay.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
Okay, so what do they do?
Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Oh my god, my eyes are going nuts. Probably because I'm squinting really hard. The king is long gone, but several Indo-tribes remain. Oil and gas exportation.
Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Yuck. What exactly is a billion? Is that it? Oh, well, I'm supposed to be big time. Numbers like that mean nothing to me. The money I owe is so much less than that. Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
This gives me so many options for dialogue. I feel like I'm just navigating intrusive thoughts 80% of the time.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility. They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
Okay.
Centuries of care,
More words I don't
deliberation,
understand.
and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Oh. What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo around the world. That's quite the endeavor indeed. Terminals legal. I'm so lost. I'm really trying my best not to glaze over when she talks, but it's just wow.
We built this district.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points to the rest.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees.
I feel like I'm doing like a history. Why did my health keep going up?
A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help.
Oh, that's something, I guess. Can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Yeah, I met him.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. How are the talks going
Let's say
before?
I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
That makes sense.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Ooh, didn't get here until a month after.
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
Okay.
I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
I mean...
Heavens no.
Yeah.
There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan.
That...
This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Call me a communist. I don't think those are significant concessions.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
I need to hear... Let you know what happened to Gaumont. Yeah, what did happen to
Mr. Clare
Gaumont?
told him to... How did he put it?
Fuck off.
Fuck off, midget.
Ah! Oh!
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
That's definitely not the full
Sounds
story.
like usual aggressive posturing.
Yeah. And what
There
are
are
their new
leaflets
demands?
everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it. I wanted to ask something else about the strike.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Each of the... Okay.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Okay. So there's definitely a negotiation that could go on here. Sounds a bit much, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't have enough information yet. Pretty funny. Workers can't be kings. The king is the king. King is dead. Long live the workers. And what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Correct.
Excuse me. From whom did you hear about this lynching?
Yeah.
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Okay.
This checks out.
Yeah. Scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
Scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Well, that sounds like a yes.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
That's good.
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
I gotta start with that. Is he that bad? He can't be that bad.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a
corruption
living.
in the Union
If there is
sounds
anyone more
bad.
venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There's two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye.
Lazy
he also
eye.
talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Huh.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Okay. I'm suddenly not on the Union side, if this is all true. What about the Union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
I mean, the narrative here is wonderfully well crafted. Must not have. I can respect that.
Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate of the rights of the local working men. A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. I don't know anything yet. They do seem like a mob. But I don't necessarily want to voice that yet. Because I haven't talked to anybody else. Well,
thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have
maybe
cooperated
this will get me
with
in
what
good
amounts
graces.
to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. ever. End of story.
Uh-huh. Eerie. It happens. Some kind of extortion, probably. In the last day of the local chapter election, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. It's definitely off.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need.
Of course.
Change the topic.
How else can I help?
Can you tell me anything about the lynching? I don't think that she can. Do you happen to know about these
That's the
tattoos?
man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Yes, yeah, this is my first playthrough of it. I like it. It's unique amongst games that I've played. I don't think I've ever felt quite so lost. But like that'll come to grips soon, I hope. I know. It stops. I'm afraid this is a discussion. Once we've cleared the lynching question. So you know something about the tattoos.
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
I really need to know about those
She wants
tattoos.
to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Why? You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
She pulls a hood closer to her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation. I got so drunk I literally forgot everything. No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown. Actually, not a good time for a reality lowdown. Maybe later.
Of course. The situation is precarious.
You seem rich. Can I have some money? How much is my dues? It's... Do I need to pay by the end of the day? I think I have like 20 of my 30-something bucks that I need. Or is it 60? I'm gonna ask her for money.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes.
Nice fabrics.
Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed. I'm not ashamed. What's this feeling? Goddamn working man, I'm not ashamed. As it should be for even considering this woman. What do I do here? Fine, I
Maybe
won't.
you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
sounds like I could get money. I have an 83% chance of getting money. No, I don't want to dishonor Kim.
I'm afraid.
Okay.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
I don't have that.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It is possible. Oh well, I guess I'm... yes, or I might have eaten it. I think I might have eaten it is funnier. Could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing. Oh, that seems too far.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
And I'm immediately working a police case.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
I know, right? You should probably not tell me anything.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Okay. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuates.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. Wink,
I will
wink,
be frank with you.
Wink, nudge.
If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Okay.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Such as?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like I have a lot of resources.
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us. What is it? Ooh, autosave. Okay, well, let's go over here. What's up, Kim?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
Lieutenant's voice is hushed. It is very hushed. I couldn't even hear it. That's not going quite as I hoped it would. How did you hope it
Honestly,
would go?
I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Fuck. I'm trying to be normal, Kim. Come on.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her
she
hands.
is really good. Shit.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate.
Oh, no wonder the autosave
But do
happened.
not change the
Fuck.
outcome of this
I'm
investigation
bad at
result.
this.
We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching. I'm sure you will, Detective.
Just has the crowbar out. The room of the whirling is so much bigger than that sloop. All right.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
All right. Talk to me about
It's
the
quite
trafficking.
straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isla into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Nice.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
What? Lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from
I'm glad
the
my
harbour
character understands
into
what's
the
going
city.
on, because I
Once
don't.
they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
I imagine this is why obsession is formed with this game, though, because it's so much to take in. You need to eventually become a historian of this world.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
Fair enough. I like all of that. Shoot, what proof do you have
How
of
do
the
you
Union's
think they're
fault?
financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
Fair enough.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Really?
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
Do you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Okay.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Fair enough. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? It's no coincidence the lorries are strategy. There's some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
Alright,
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Okay.
thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
All right.
Yes?
Take this case, I see mostly benefits from it.
Excellent. According to my report,
As much as I hate
there
working
are
with
at least 3 lorry
like a
drivers
corporation.
lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at
few more
least.
days.
You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
That's all
Of
for
course,
now.
Detective. Take care.
All right. Whew. Well, I have just noticed that I'm roughly 35 minutes overdue to run an ad break, so I am going to do that really quick like. There we go. I'll be back in 3. This is just to get rid of pre-roll ads on my gosh darned video. I'll see you guys in a minute. Dang, 3 minutes really goes by fast when I'm not, like, ready for it to go by fast. Alrighty, and back in 3, 2. There we go. Alright. Whew. Alright, so we need to look into, like, the dock workers. Oh, there's no, not the dock workers, the lorry drivers. Inside the frame of the motorcycle is a... Can I take those? Ooh, what's this? It's blue.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Oh, who? Ooh, plus suggestion. Half-light. Don't know what that means. Up here, Pico. Do I holler to you?
You better keep walking.
Oh, they're
The
just...
streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Cool.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
It's Penguin from the 90s Batman. What?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know?
Sorry, Cindy the fucking
blood
Skull.
type. The last time I was tested for Hep C.
Well, when were you tested for Hep C? Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Hep, yeah. When were you last tested?
Had a battery of tests just last week.
Nice.
I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. Do you know anything about the recent murder? What are you doing to the wall? Keep looking off to the side. What you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
She turns her... Ooh. Head to the face of the coast and disdainfully towards Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat.
Disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Okay.
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
I just don't remember her other names. Oh, it's right there. Hold on. What's a zone? Wild negativity. Yeah, I don't like her either.
It's where they grow whores like her, and they're whoremen.
Wild
Have
activity.
you got a crush on her?
No,
Aching
stop.
for an opportunity
don't.
to defend her honor.
What are you doing up on the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Oh, that could be cool.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write? Or are you so committed to defacing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
Yeah, I feel that.
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You're welcome.
She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Oh no! Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Ugh, it's annoying that I like her. Cape Side Apartments. A bunch of words I don't know how to read, and roundabout north. Where am I? What's happening? Can I turn, like, 360? Can I alter the camera? Well, let's go to the roundabout, I guess. Oh, shoot. Oh, I can see so many things. I just stayed in default zoom. That makes so much sense. Oh, no, wait. Who's this man? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Better wash your mouth around me, boy. Things I've seen and said. Alright, big guy.
Yes?
No, sorry, I'm not trying to talk to you, Kim. Nothing I can't do. I'm the job for every man. Alright, fine. I'll just leave you be. Better bullet holes, lines the wall. No, you're absolutely fine. Once again, I am so totally lost. Tips are okay. For certain games, maybe not, but like this one's fine.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Oh shit, I think I have one of those.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
There's not gonna be alternative.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
Cool. Is there anything you can tell me about this firearm?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made.
Yellow bag. I'll
Good
go grab
weapon.
that in a second.
Accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
Basement. Over there. I feel like I shouldn't tell them that, but...
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Oh.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule? And what was that about the game?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
I feel like I've disagreed with everything every single person in this game has said. Oh my god! Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Can't wait to totally ban that. And banned. I will never use that service. Powerful leaders, not afraid to do what they must be done. That's what this country needs. I don't disagree with that statement, but also, like, determining the must is a tricky question. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
You know, I'll respect
No
it
one
at
and
least.
nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Ooh, is that the uniform I got? Is that about cookie?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy. The nobility loved
Purple
so much.
cocaine.
A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
Regnum cocainum. That's insane.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Yeah, so true.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. What's this about higher realms? From now on, I'm just not gonna trust Inland Empire, like, ever. Seems irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug user is his responsibility to boost every now and then. Thanks for cleaning that up.
I'm listening. Right.
I'm just gonna leave.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Oh, capo type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop, some kind of weapon cop. Sorry cop. I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, but what are the other capo types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
Won't the other capo types be jealous? I'm sorry.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time. Wow. Okay. Fuck off.
I don't want to be sorry, cop. I think probably in real life, sorry cop makes sense. Yes! Oh my god, yes. Okay, I found a lot of that stuff around. It's good that we have a bag now.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I don't need that for now, so we'll just do that. And you know what? I'm actually going to take this off as well. Chain cutters. Oh! I feel like I was going to use those for something. I just never did. Yes. Trash. Yes. Kim, I need to get the rest of these. Just give me a sec here. And Kim, get out of the way. I'm doing litter removal. Any litter down this way? Yes, some right there on the ground.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when...
Kitsuraki's gone. Alright. Up here. Looks like the young lady's done a good job of keeping the front end clean. Pardon me, just looking out for some bottles. Take, wonderful. Awesome. I know you think I'm a police, but I'm actually the garbage man.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling in rags.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Ah. Alright. Getting back over here. I just want to pick up all the trash now. Oh, I guess I'll go turn some of the stuff in over here.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Insert.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tier? At least 100% extra tier money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Yes! Extra Hobocop money. Is there anything else in my bag that I...
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What's that magazine you're reading?
I don't know. Frit?
And what is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Oh.
I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. It doesn't.
You know what? Sure.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Makes sense. Oh, absolutely spot on.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Maxi down. What does Frit have? A warehouse in the back whirling in rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Okay.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died? How long it's been there?
Not really. No. I didn't know him at all.
Fair enough. How long it's been there?
I don't know, really long.
Very long time, so true.
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Can you tell me anything about the reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
Yes, economic
I don't
reality.
really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about economic reality.
That's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
So what about physical
I don't
reality?
know. What about it?
What is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on
what
the wall.
time is it?
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article. Cool.
Okay.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The
What's that?
raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
I could be a yellowman. I could be an all yellow if I get that raincoat. I still haven't paid back my debts.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Saint Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company.
Cool,
Saint Baptiste
cool.
Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one, there.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city, itself so named.
Cool.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Yeah, let's not. Oh, it's raining. Should have gotten that raincoat. Damn it. That man didn't have anything to say to me last time. Or did he? And have I like explored all the areas now? Ooh, who are you? And by all the areas, I mean all the areas I have access to actively.
I'm a gander and a hunter and a gatherer.
Oh.
Feel like a traveler.
Man mutters to himself, accentuating the beats as he
A
goes.
simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Yeah, no, I just want to listen.
From another planet.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Oh. Hey there, I am the law. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Oh, I like him. Motion towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, damn.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Upon days. Limbo, ho? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God, I love this guy.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
Oh?
So tell me, what do you need?
Can you spare some change for working stiff? Tell me about this strike. Know anything about the dead man? What are you hauling? Seem like a man who knows about drugs. Let's not ask about cash.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
And union demand.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly.
Yeah.
Good on them, I guess.
Good on them, yeah.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
So true. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
I love him.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Oh my god, I love this. Found the person I agree with. Found one person in this game I agree with.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of
us
who?
lorry drivers. Camioners.
Lorry.
You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
It's down the road towards the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes. Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Yeah, so far.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
What?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
I love him. Wait, what? Your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oh, so fair.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Oh, good to know.
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
You're under arrest. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Can I have
They
that?
usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Fuck! I can't ask for it. Oh, this game just preys upon my desire for things. Your machine behind you.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Not really. Just that's because, I don't know. Must be a cop reflex.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Oh.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Ooh, failure. Spill the beans. What's troubling you? Man, I want to know about your soul!
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Yeah. That line got really quiet there. Shit. I don't want to ask this way.
Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Okay.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance his other addictions with drug trafficking? I need to get high. Be straight with me. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Ah, shit, I am a cop. Fuck.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble.
Yeah, I really
Shit's
didn't
bad
think it
enough
was you,
anyway.
boss.
This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
say he's lying, sire.
Thank you, Drama.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Put skill points into empathy. Can I do that? I would like to retry it. How long before I can retry white checks? Thought cabinet. I thought that was just talking about drugs. I was always so confused. Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, I like him a lot. Oh shoot, there's a lot more around here. Ugh. I'm gonna get so lost so quick. Action fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. What's this? A burger? Oh, Nosafed. And in here, Roy's pawn shop. Fast cash for faster items. Gloves. No, I want those gloves. Mortar. Water lock out of Unitel.
G'day to you, officers.
G'day.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, my man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Ah!
I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Never mind, I found a second person I like.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Uh-oh.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami? Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church.
Ooh.
Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
Yes!
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Yes! Okay, well, goodbye.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Oh. It's today. Alice back in a day for an... Oh, yes, 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 yes. Cool. Applying for company that controls the drawbridge. Right, so this must be where the drawbridge is, and that's up, I guess? Hot air rises from the vent. Sour. Yes, give me more tear. Sure, why not?
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Found ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine? These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
I need some speakers.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
Fair enough.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first. Hey. Psst.
Oh, what's up, Broderick?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
Didn't say that.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs.
Nope.
That kind of stuff. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Okay.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What is happening? Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. What does this mean?
Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive, 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will.
I don't want to commit to any of these.
To get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
Oh.
Now get to work, comrade.
If I'm the last one, then it's not... that's not...
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this. Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. There's one. You should build communism. Precisely because it's impossible.
Oh, no. No.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Yeah.
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children, I think. Look, man, I just want to buy some clothes.
Good, officer. That's exactly what...
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold raises your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Shivers -1, composure +1. What is shivers? Is that a thing here? No. Oh, it is. Oh, my shivers is already garbage. We'll hold on to my money for now. That's how I go through regular life as well. For now. Actually, can I get over here? Oh! I'm right back here. Fun. You thinking that's a dinosaur? It's a tree. Oh, I didn't even see that man. Most military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Bust of a woman, plaque simply says DEI. Director, welcome to the pawn shop. This thing.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Okay. Let your gaze run over the light.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Oh, fun. Where?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Your case?
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
How much was she?
700 real.
Oh!
A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
Well, nothing else about that I care about.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved.
Fancy.
This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm.
Done,
It's
but he's
even
really
got
good
a
at selling
little
it, too.
radio in there.
Ooh.
It'll set you back 12 real.
Really? $12. That's a good deal.
If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for that. Or any other time you...
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, I could bring it to a beach party.
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party. That is the unofficial RCM motto. Yes.
It's not, sadly.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Do you like anything, my friend? Give off the impression of somebody who doesn't like anything.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win who back? What?
Yes. Buy something nice. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
You're free.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
What's with the light going on over here? It's really funky.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels. And
you're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers.
If I get any more plot threads to follow, I think my brain's going to explode. I'm kind of glad that this is tying back into an earlier
I think
one.
their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the Royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
True enough.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit.
And I'll talk
As
slower
you see,
still.
he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
Oh no.
That part of the story has many interpretations.
Oh, I kind of want it. I'll wait. I'll wait until I need it later. If I need it later.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
It's insufficient police presence, and now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored.
That's where I normally end up.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Something I'd like to Is there anything I have to sell?
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Definitely don't want to sell that. Still working with it. I don't really have a use for that. Find green ape pen and the lieutenant's handkerchief. Could the gun be helpful though? I'm afraid of pawning something and it going terribly for me. Don't need the pen. Thank you so much. Keep the gun. Fantastic. Thank you so much. My brain was like, but what if there's a child I must convince with the pen later? Fascinating photo of the corpse.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale. Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Fair enough.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
Don't have to sell. No.
Another time, perhaps.
Can you aid in our investigation?
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery.
He doesn't know anything.
Fair enough. Let me get a corpse.
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be...
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I feel that. I mean, projector in your eyes. Just look at the colors. By the way, do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned it. Fuck.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Where's my money then? What did I do?
We've came here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story.
Oh?
It seems he's trying to spare you.
Oh, spare me. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that be. What was the buyer?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd.
Oh?
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah, probably.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe a vigilante. Don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia? I'm sorry.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
Right.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now.
Of course.
I want to ask about my missing gun again. Why would that be new?
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Okay. Let's just see, real quick.
Okay. He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it. And many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Alright. Well. All done, I guess. Onwards and outwards. That person still needs a day. Probably a couple more things I can do in the whirling in rags. My phone exploding. Just maybe a couple of hours has been enough for it to defrost a little bit.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the frozen. If you want to try again, then...
Equip the pry bar.
But I don't want to. Because I know the pry bar is weak. Oof. Oh, a map. Or no map? Fire a copy of the city map. Oh, I might be able to do that from, the bookstore. I can't imagine that not being helpful to me.
small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick-Your-Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Some people. Anything that catches my eye.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Oh, shoot. It is time. It is time for another 3-minute ad break. I'm going to run it now. So sorry for the interruption. See you guys in 3 minutes or so. Wait. Okay, so wait. Buttons. It's this one. Mahahaha. And run. Alrighty, 3-minute ad break completed. Back to game capture and I'm back. Okay.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement. So it makes sense.
It is the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement. Oh, that might be helpful, God. I feel like there's got to be some things that are absolutely worthless to purchase in this game, but others...
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Graubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Okay. Does it do anything other than pastime? I feel like it has something to do with the fucking Liga... what's it? What would I call it? Dungeons and Dragons, but over the phone.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have children? A family? Do I have friends? Looks at Lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
I don't feel as if I have kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Cool.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
They do.
That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff.
I am highly immoral, so works for me.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound
I was
to grab
hoping
those
scantily
with little
clad men.
imagination and nothing to do.
I was hoping that was the, like, Fabio of this universe. Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallaman, the man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Cool.
Rows and rows of Heimdallamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God.
Maybe 100.
What?
Man from Heimdall and the sages at
Okay,
the
there's
end
got to
of
be
the
some
world.
Ghost Riders involved in
Man
this.
from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall.
Alright,
and the
I'm just gonna...
scorched. Not
Is that
even
off?
close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest.
I'm gonna
of
skip
slaves.
your dialogue. So sorry. Thank you so much. That was mind-numbing. Books of Molten Candy. Old sports magazines. I feel lightheaded after all of that Heimdall Man stuff. Oof. I want to take a nap.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Right. Storekeep.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Oh, do they?
Crime fiction is a disgrace. an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of
the
actual
shelf is
police
mad.
officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Yeah.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
No thanks.
Shelves filled to the brim with
Just looking for a map. Tome of Fascist Magic. Quaint picture book, a brochure, very colorful.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
Yes,
I would
Storky?
say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Ooh, so sorry. Forgot everything.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So, you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one? Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
You have led me astray almost every time. Almost every time. I'm looking for a map. I will get the map, please. Hopefully.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium
I've found
from.
magnesium
How
everywhere.
to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf.
That's just a headache.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the Pearl, also known as le territoire.
Okay.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pearl.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
Yeah, I'm good. Ooh, it's worth 420. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Okay, well, Revachol's the one that probably matters. So.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't get that far, for some reason.
Steal
A shame the project never got going.
Alright.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Alright, I'm gonna...
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Cool. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Legendary. No, I want to see the bird's nest, boy. Oh, bird's nest Roy. Got it. What is that? Empathy formidable, but I do have formidable empathy. What was that? Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Okay. Oh, yes. Alright, I'm just gonna navigate some of the dialogue options up in here. Could possibly get me some more stuff later.
Some kind of machine.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
The machine lights up like it's empty. The filament you have would fit perfectly like a smooth draw. The filament bar. Have you stood the static?
Good afternoon. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
did you call me? Fortress accident.
Fortress. One more fortress.
That's not bad.
Any other questions?
Yep, okay, ignores that one.
The
Production
filament
schedule.
you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat.
Password. You should ask her for a hint.
Can you give me a hint? Understood. Is it my birthday?
No. I am.
I'm afraid we are not.
Now,
Yeah, makes
can
sense.
you please repeat the part? Receive
Don't worry.
fortress accident. Is there? Yes, I am alive.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
She repeats passwords. Oh, got it. Okay, but where are you? How do you know where I am?
I work as a repeater. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle. So
Doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by herself.
lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
Oh, she's sweet.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for... Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are
Wow,
still
thank you
smoldering.
so
The filament
much.
slides out. Your flashlights, some of the writing has faded. These lights
once again,
who are all? You
just
should
to get
adopt one of the
information
welcomes,
from this.
towering among the rest. Appears to be it's Vara the hull door.
An inordinate amount of time. Some people really. This looks like concept art for a. Just look at those
And for what? The photocard
Photos.
entire you see a pinned postcard. This
Schedule.
everyone is mini-me stands for a mini meeting. It's as
Reading.
time goes.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom. The handwriting
Notes.
is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans.
Portal
Call in,
untethered.
shoot.
Okay. Just because I bypassed this
This
earlier, I want
old
to make sure I'm getting
fireplace
into
is
it now.
covered in a diagram. The whole thing resembles history classes, radio frequency, unclear. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to what someone the leader of a conduct, whoever decides all of this. There's
My god, the schedule.
nothing.
Oh, Kim. Hello?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
No idea. Indeed.
Super cool.
Through Collins, then there's the game. Not to my.
Not.
But I don't think anyone. Indeed. It's ambitious and untethered from reality. It's too late for that. Okay.
Alright. Whew. Now that that's all done, I was hoping to find some more tear in here. That's right, I forgot about this thing. Can I possibly scream up the...
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
But more into physical instrument.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
I passed it before. Come on.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
A lush layer of coal. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint. 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks.
What are you doing? Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it. You can feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's gaze.
That's
You
really
look like a
embarrassing.
kid, not a...
Thank you. So, where were we? You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected, but...
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Alright. Okay, so what if I... Clothes. Physical instrument. Cool.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Dang it, man. I never failed that once.
This orange machine is dead still. The ice squeaks beneath the... You see the...
Yeah, well, that's... I have no idea.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool.
Okay. I want to go talk to Tommy again. Then we'll go back into the whirling in rags.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest.
Excuse me?
Oh. He emerges from the reverie. Cop, I can fix anything. So you can tell me.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way. Waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling?
I miss my gun.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
I love him. I want to smooch that man. Yo, party time! Still drunk over here? Ooh. A man sitting at the table in mud cracks. Wild pines.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character.
Cool. Really been there for a while. I have my terror bag? There it is. I don't need to be carrying this stuff around with me. Alright, you look like a hipster. It's all about money, you know? Okay, back's open over here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock.
Give it. Hello, sir.
The man ponders his cooking utensils. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove. He looks up at you, then shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't.
Fair enough. Got that fridge there, and I wanted a key from you.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
Well,
that's why.
I'm Hobo Cop,
And
and
the
I
neighbors
want to
too.
get in.
They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you I am a hobo, or soon to be, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? Yes, he will.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Yum yum, tell me more.
He killed himself.
Oh!
No one was implying you were, officer. Where were we?
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello again, sweetie.
Seem to be in a chair. Sweetie needs money. God.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid.
Perfect.
Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why not?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine,
Yeah.
RoboCop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content. There is, but you won't like it.
Oh.
Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
under the boxes of cartons, pick up the rags, search for food waste, dig in, hobo coat style.
You see, a box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Heck yeah.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint.
Yeah.
If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment.
I just keep
No
expecting
label,
not to
so you
find things,
remember.
but I am, so that's good.
This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Bro.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Alright, maybe this will give them respect.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Nothing. What's this?
Oh, what?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Oh.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
You know it's a man's.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be. I don't know what this is.
It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
It's been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop license with it. I'd rather not talk about it.
Well.
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab
I feel
to
like
read your
I'm
paperwork.
way too deep into this game for this to be when I'm learning about that.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels. However,
What? There's no way this is true.
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. No, you won't. Because none of those things are
okay.
real.
Yeah, there we go.
They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Sorry.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Alright, I would like to...
That's one thing off the list.
Lock it up again, ideally, but... Wow, the list just keeps getting longer, doesn't it? I'm still only on day 1. Here's your key back, sir.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you're sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Someone of your staff have put them there. Who else has keys to the container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes?
I think this is where I'll call it for the day. Ugh. Been a little bit dizzy since earlier, so this is going to be where I end it. However, I do appreciate everybody who stopped in, everybody who chatted, anybody who just, hung out for a minute. Appreciate you greatly. And I'll see you guys next time. A next stream schedule should be dropping shortly, and I might do just a random surprise stream for like 2 hours within the next couple of days, but who knows. Anyways, bye-bye. Bye. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Goodbye. Haha.